So this week we went over our guard break and we went to some transitions from there. So first off, he's gonna put me in guard. My first thing what I wanna do, a lot of times my partner or my opponent's gonna break me down. Okay, as they break me down, I don't wanna stay in this position. I have to start using my hands. If I just try and force myself up, it's gonna be really hard to do that. He's gonna come up with me. So what I personally like to do is I'll use my hands. I'm gonna hula hand into the armpits, hula hand into the armpits. Okay, I'm gonna extend my arms so my body goes back, kind of walk back a little bit. I'm gonna use his body to start working my posture back up. When I'm in the guard, my biggest thing that I'm looking for is my shoulder. I don't want it over his hips here, or else it's easy for them to break me down. Okay, so I want my shoulders past their hip. I want my back nice and straight and activated. And I want to be looking up to the sky. That's where my best posture is at. Sitting nice and tight to my butt close to the ground. Here, controlling the hips, fingers out, elbows in, and I want to drive my palms through his hips into the mat. So he's controlling there. It's gonna be hard for him to break me down because I have my elbows nice and tight here. My posture is nice and strong. Next, what we're doing is I can either grab belt, I can grab pants, however you want to hold them down. But one of my knees are gonna come up and I'm gonna hide my foot by his butt. If I step too far out, he can start underhooking, start going for sweeps from here. I don't wanna do that. So I'm gonna hide my foot by the butt and I'm putting pressure with my knee into the hip here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring this knee to his belly button. My other knee's gonna start standing up. So I'm gonna twist my whole body and that should help break his guard open. Now we have two passes from here. First one, I can go under the ankle. If I get under the knee, there's a chance he could triangle me from here. I don't want that either. So I'm going nice and high on the knee, trapping that. I like to trap it between my shoulder and my neck. So if they do try and go for a triangle from here, it's not happening. That same hand that's underhooking, I like to get nice and deep into his lapel. I'm gonna try and make my opponent or my partner kiss his knee. I'm gonna sprawl out and I'm gonna start walking towards his face. That should slip his knee out. So first transition we got to side control. Now we're gonna go for a finish. This hand stays here on the lapel. My free hand now, that's by his hip. If you wanna come over here, Mr. Tommy, is gonna go under the armpit and I'm gonna grab his lapel here. Next thing I do is I'm gonna drop my elbow, sprawl out, walk towards his head. So when that's finishing this here, is I wanna drive my elbow through his ear, opening his neck up for my forearm, and I'm gonna start squeezing from here for my paper cutter. Second one we're here, we broke the guard. This hand that's on the other side now, I can grab his leg, grab his knee, I'm gonna drive it down to the mat. From here, my knee's gonna go over, I'm gonna staple his leg down. Control the face. I like to grab the lapel with my thumb. In case he tries to turn towards that side, I can always block his chin. Now I'm sitting through, getting to my side control, and I'm here. Transition we worked on this side is I'm going to knee on belly. As they try and push my knee off, there's a nice little hole right here. I'm going through that hole, hooking the tricep. I'm gonna drive, my elbow into his chest. Okay? So I'm driving his face away, pulling his shoulder towards me. From here, my right foot, or the top foot, goes over the head. I circle around, my knees stay nice and tight. From here, I'm grabbing that wrist, nice and tight, hip up.